Alright, there we go. It's the weekend! And it means it's time to hunt. Alright. Excuse me, Colombia. No.
I'll be in touch when you reach your destination.
Just had a good meal. Rice, pickles, and what's that thing? Eel, unagi.
Welcome to Santa Fortuna, Colombia. We have intel that the Syndicate is active in the area. Don't disappoint, 47. Good luck.
Tock, tick tock, time to hunt. Sheesh, fine.
Good, man. Looking good. Oh. No, no, no. Don't do that.
Well done, 47. This will surely
Snooze, you lose.
Nice day.
Heard the news about the Moren. How they had 15 guys in lockup in Mala, and yet all of them worked 2 hours after Prim broke in. That's only half the story. Martinez has spent 6 months setting up, talking to the
Syndicate member eliminated. Well done, 47.
Run. And I gotta hide somewhere to...
Gosh darn it.
Hey, what's up, man? Sit down, relax. The universe will. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure I've seen you before. Alright, where's the next one? It's by the office. Wonder if I can break down that door. Yeah, I can. No more knocking. Excuse me.
Thing of a daredevil, isn't it? I mean,
It's probably Nexus. Oh god.
didn't see the huevón come mierda.
Oh, I love this photo. Rico and the hippo when you need to be extra careful around the family. Mr. Delgado like that.
Look, someone now.
The Delgado family.
Mierda.
Excellent work, 47. You've spread fear across the night. Return to the safe house. I'll be in
Oh,
touch.
what?
Did you hear Javier stole the love letter Hector Delgado wrote for Martinez?
I had to jump out of a window before Hector discovered him.
So, this new huevón Rico's brought in.
Hey, sunshine.
Heads up! Mission accomplished. Should probably open the window. Turn.
Excellent work back there, 47. Let me know when you're ready to continue. I'll be waiting. Have a good trip, 47.
Phone is connected to the wrong Wi-Fi. It's connected to my extender.
Welcome to Sapienza. Intel tells us that the operatives
All right, where are ya?
currently in the area. Track
One
them down.
there.
Do what you do best. Be careful, 47.
Oh, that's lovely. Of course, there's had to be one there. Well, tick tock, tick tock. Gotta get moving.
Hello, sir.
Goodbye, ma'am.
Can anyone please help me? I need help here.
You better be in the wide open, right where I can shoot you.
Excellent work, 47. You've spread fear within the syndicate.
God damn!
What the?
Look at the corner.
I am le chef.
Okay, tell me right now what I'm missing.
Well done, 47. This will surely be a blow to the syndicate.
Would you see something?
Echo Foxtrot to November Zulu, over. We've got trouble. Some freak is acting up.
No. Oh!
Everyone calm down. What is going on here?
Syndicate member eliminated. Done, 47. Return to the safe house. Collect your signal. I'll be in touch.
Dang, they're still sounding the alarm. Was it really that bad?
That security seems tight today. What the?
These guys are not alerted.
Impressive work you did back there. I'm ready when you've prepped the next assignment.
Right. Next. Where am I going? Ah.
Safe journey, 47. Welcome to the Scepter, Dubai. Syndicate members are currently in the area. Find them and take them down. Be careful, 47.
And where's the next one? Right by the helipad.
Well done, 47. This will surely be a blow to the Syndicate.
Heads up, people. We have a situation here.
Come on, do you read? We got a psychopath on the loose. Fire at will! Fire at...
I didn't do anything. I didn't even see that guy over there. Fire at will!
Sure all of the well-paid and ethically treated contractors who live this place.
Hey, you're Stop! Don't even think about it. Now you follow. backup in grid figures 696845. Please confirm. Control out. You're below.
Excellent work. You bred fear in the syndicate. Get back to the safe house. I'll be in touch.
Hey, you! Where do you think you're going?
Free phone.
Definitely not through here.
Okay.
Wait for it.
Excellent work back there, 47. Let me know when you're ready to continue. I'll be waiting. Well done, 47. We now know the current whereabouts of the syndicate leader.
I got another explosive.
I've provided you with new intel.
Next, let's see, gray hair, hat, glasses, business. So, I would nickname that as Old Man
Safe journey.
with a business. Ear.
Welcome to Miami. We did it. We have managed to locate the leader. However, their identity is unknown. So to assist you, I have some intel that might help you in your mission. However, they're on high alert, so you need to be careful. As to why they are here, well, we know this. They are here to attend a business meeting. As for the description, we know that they have gray hair. They are wearing glasses. They are wearing earrings. And wearing a hat. Furthermore, your target has a sweet tooth. And they like to read, be it keeping up with the times or simply wanting to be inspired. Use these traits to your advantage. Be careful, 47. And most of all, good luck.
What the hell was that noise?
I'm not sure I've seen you before.
Oh, perfect. Just the man I'm looking for. Not the target though, but I mean, he has the phone that I need. I need you. Excuse me. Beep boop, beep boop. Okay, which one of you is it? Old man or old lady? Actually, that lady ain't old. Where's my earphones?
Who are you? Hey, you!
He got me.
Unit hurry. The target is trying to escape.
I'm gonna take you.
Good job. You eliminated the leader.
I forgot about the collaborator. Wasn't paying attention. Oopsie daisy.
That car going until the end. This race is not over until the clock ticks down.
That's a big kick. Alright, just wait for the other two. Where is the other? And done. Hey Ratchet, what's up?
Well done, 47. This will make anyone think twice before turning.
Well, season 3 happened, and I did pretty much everything. Well, almost everything. Don't worry, I won't spoil anything in terms, especially in terms of the story. Got S rank Billy before season 3. Nice.
Good job, 47.
So yes, the pity carried over for you.
The iceberg. They have more affiliations. Eliminate them to bring them down on their knees. Let me know when you are ready.
Excuse me. Yeah, I've heard like a lot of people did the same too. They all wanted to jump in to get Billy before his banner ended. Not for me. I wanted to save for the next character, which is the one currently running. And I lost my 50-50, but that's okay. That was only day 2. So I still have a chance. A good chance. Finish the first chapter. Oh, that's good. Yeah, so did I. At least for me, a day and a half, because I wanted to, as usual, I wanted to take things nice, pace, slow and steady. But then at some point, as I was playing the story, I just ended up finishing the whole thing. Yeah, I guess it turns out it wasn't. It felt long, but not too long compared to, I guess, how Season 2 did its first chapter. Still, there's a lot more to deal with. A lot of chores. But I'm pretty sure by the time you have finished the first chapter, you pretty much have done most of the objectives, you know, that give you like free rewards. That's usually the best thing about when a season starts. Usually there's like a bunch of free goodies that you can get. And while at first glance, when you look at the event and see like a checklist of things that you have to do to earn it, it's not too bad, because majority of it is just things that you will do passively. Things that you'll get through, most of it just by playing the story mode. It's like hand holding, while also rewarding you with all the free stuff. So enough polychromes this, plenty of polychromes that. And by the time you finish, yeah, pretty much when you finish the first chapter, I say more than half of the stuff that's on that checklist is pretty much done. That on top of the 7-day login, then yeah, you pretty much have like chances of, you know, doing some gotcha pulls here and there. As for the story, without spoilers, I'd say, hey, we're off to a good start. And it's only the beginning. We're gonna be in for a ride, that's for sure.
Hey, you! What the hell? That's gonna hurt.
I don't know if I should consider it a spoiler. I mean, it was already revealed. It was shown in the special program, anyways. Bell and Wise being able to unleash their so-called stand, but it turns out the stand was something to do with something to do with the brother and sister's past.
Syndicate member eliminated.
Something that they had done, some kind of experiment. So more lore for the siblings, as there should be.
I wonder if there's anything down there. Didn't people use
I'm gonna pull for her when I save up 100 tapes for Velina and W Engine. I wish I had enough for both, but I usually just go for the characters. This time around, though, I don't think I could do that. Especially considering that Phase 2 will be the second new character, Norma. So I'm thinking, by the time I get Velina, I'm gonna have to save for Norma as well.
Try to get inside that safe back there.
And it's actually, well, clearly between the two. Most players, if not all, will most likely pull for Velina, since she is the first ever character introduced with the new element, wind. And considering what it can do, yeah.
Mr. Yates has always stayed in the brownstone in Brooklyn.
Bam!
Wait, what is
Bam! Bam!
Excellent work, 47. You've spread fear within the Syndicate. Well done, 47. This will surely be a blow to the Syndicate.
Go. Get it, gotta get it out of here. I also want to just point out, as a joke, a stupid joke, there's a similarity between the ladies that we encounter literally in the first beginning of the seasons, and what they have in common. They're very elegant, ladylike, and they have very, very big fan service. So I expect season 4 to do the same. We're gonna meet another sort of mentor-like lady with fan service and cake. Because I'll be down for that. Watch out!
Syndicate member eliminated. Well done, 47. You should get back to the safe
And I guess, actually, not only Velina, I guess Norma too. Because, who was the little tiger character? Oh, Ju Fufu. We literally have a dynamic of tall, beautiful lady and short apprentice, trainee. Except Norma isn't like a trainee. She's an expert on bamboo what's the word I'm thinking of? Maintenance, yeah.
Good work back there. The
And I'm
Syndicate's
sure
serious
a lot of people have already noticed,
Get done.
but I had to like confirm myself by the time I started seeing the new location, the new biome. Yes, we went from China to England. We are in London. It does have a big clock, but the one thing that confirms that the new location is based off of London is the big red bus. Yeah, the first time I saw it from the special program, I was like, "Is that based on London?" We got a Hoyoverse setting taking place in London, fictional London, before GTA 6. Okay, yeah.
Safe journey, 47.
And on top of that, if you need another evidence that it's in London, the Tin Master in there is serving not only coffee but tea. Or the way how he makes the hot stuff now. He uses like the kettle that is also used for tea.
We have intel that the Syndicate is active in the area. However, this is no walk in the park. They are on high alert, so you need to be careful. Godspeed, 47.
Sure, it's him. My cousin lives in New York, and he went to a show on Broadway. I wish you would stop talking about him like that.
Why? Because he's a criminal, a demon. You keep telling good stories about him, a freedom fighter, a hero, a brave man, but you know.
Oh yeah, speaking of special programs, what was it? There was a Genshin special program too yesterday.
Okay, you need to go back to where you.
So yes, it was confirmed.
Oh, please don't push it. No, fuck. Hey, so.
It is confirmed. I mean, it was already confirmed anyways. What's her face?
Oh shoot.
Sandrone has been rebuilt.
Yeah, it's me. You dead? See you in.
Excellent work, 47. You've spread fear within the Syndicate.
I could use some backup.
What the? Can anyone help me?
No.
Please!
This will surely be a blow to the Syndicate.
So yeah, Sandrone
Get back to the
is alive,
I'll be in touch.
and she's got a new outfit, a new robot, and what else? And you know, honestly, I was expecting her to be either a polearm or a catalyst user, but no, she uses a claymore. But that's just the basic, because her real weapon is actually summoning her own new robot drone. And from what I can tell, you can practically use her for frontline attacks and even on the side or something. Oh yeah, and she's a what was it? She's a cryo user.
The Syndicate took a serious blow, but there is still much work to get done. Recuperate and prepare for your next assignment.
As for the rest of the content, what we could expect in Genshin's next update, well, just like every summer, we're having a temporary new location that will most likely be more than a month-long event. So, unlike most of the summer events, where the traveler explores beaches, islands, fantasy worlds, now they're going to the moon. Well, okay, I'm not sure if it's like if it's a temporary location or it could be a permanent one. Either way though, yeah, they're going to the moon. Big location. Also, we got a tease on the next region, the cryo region. Traveler will have a whole new gameplay where basically you're gonna play Genshin in third-person shooter mode. So you saw it, if you saw it from the last special program, the Traveler was armed with a rifle. So the special program that was shown yesterday officially showed off the game, like actual gameplay on how it works. So it's not like a skill, like, you know, when the Traveler switches elements. It's practically a full-on game mode, or I don't know what it is exactly, but well, yeah, Genshin turned into a third-person shooter. Like, it put it like I want to say like Fortnite mixed with Doom, such as like how it's third-person shooter. There's some sliding, fast-paced shooting, and you're not just shooting cryo, you're shooting various types of elemental bullets. So that is one of the sneak peeks on what you can expect in the next region. Also, apparently they're foreshadowing that something might happen to Paimon, because on the way to the place, she's not feeling well. It could some are coping and saying, well, it's just a cold fever. Maybe she might just feel ill. But don't you think it's a long time coming?
Walk around and knock people out like, oh, what are you?
Well done.
But anyways, yeah. What else? What else? Sandron's the only new character. Oh, actually, because Sandron's the only new character, that means Phase 2 banner will be double reruns. Except, I don't remember who it was.
You remind me of my old master, Connie. Fine figure of a man.
Excuse me, I'm gonna have to look at that, actually. Excuse me. And then, who are the 4-star characters that'll be in the banners for both phases?
Keep your head up, working man.
Yeah, and then we're gonna travel to the moon. Oh, 2 characters are gonna have new outfits. Sitali, the granny who sleeps, who has a floating pillow. But however, since she is a 5-star character, of course, you should expect to pay for the skin. And then the other character who is getting a free skin, at least as a limited time offer, is Charlotte, the photographer of Fontaine, photographer of Fontaine. And like most other, like all the 4-star characters, yeah, again, their outfit is free if you participate in the event. And yeah, if you miss out on the event and miss your chance on getting Charlotte's new outfit, then it becomes a microtransaction skin. So yeah, make sure if whether you have Charlotte or not, at least you should participate in the event to get the outfit before it's too late. He didn't get blinded, he just got freaked out. Anyways, hold on, so let me see who's in the banner. Should be Genshin, what, Luna 8? .7 Luna 8. Yeah. There will also be a third banner. So if you remember something, I think it's something similar to the Chronicles Wish. Yeah, the third banner, which is called the Light Trace, light, or is it Light Race? Or is it Light Race? No, it's Light Race Wish. There are 5 characters you can choose to pull, but it's not like you freely like choose and then get immediately. No, it's like, again, it's like the Chronicle Wish, where initially you can, like the weapon banner, you can choose specifically which character you want to pull, and then should you lose the chance of getting it because of the 50-50, then you get some kind of like point system, I think. No, it's called the Witch's Revelation. Well, yeah, at least I'm gonna assume that's what the third banner is. So there are 5 5-star characters to choose from. You have Sino, Yaimiko, Chi-Chi, Mizuki, and the warden guy, the Duke. What's his name? How do you even pronounce his name, actually? The guy who's a crow who uses his fist. The guy who runs the Fontaine prison place. Which region the character is in the banner? Yeah, again, let me see. Here we go. At least somebody got the picture right here. So in phase 1, we have, again, our first new character as usual. Sandrone. You remember the Harbinger, Columbina's friend, Sundari friend, the one who sacrificed herself to stop the doctor. Yeah, she's alive. New outfit, new robot, and she's a Claymore cryo user. And then the other banner in phase 1 is Setali, the pink hair granny who loves Japanese mangas and has a giant pillow. And she's she's a Catalyst cryo user, but she's specifically meant to provide the team with a shield and other benefits. And then for phase 2, they are a double rerun. It's Columbina and the one and only almighty Raiden Shogun. So, yeah. And that will be in the next update. Those are the banners. Plus, along with that third banner I mentioned, the Witch's Revelation. So, let's see. So, Sandrone is... Technically, she's a Fontaine character. Setali is Natlan. Columbina is from Noncrade. And Raiden Shogun is from Inazuma. I wonder if we're going back to Inazuma. Is that why she's having a rerun? And still to this day, Eula has not gotten a rerun.
Safe journey, 47.
Wasn't there anything else new? I could have sworn there was like something else. Yeah, that multiplayer Wonderland. As usual, you know, there's the thingamajig, new outfits, new theme. And of course the theme is whatchamacallit, it's summer, so Hiya! We got some beach themed costumes. But that's only if you're willing to shell some real money. Because usually the 5-star outfits for your avatar character is always through microtransactions. Well, no, it's microtransaction gotcha. Which, really, it's not worth it. You're better off just pulling the free costumes that they offer.
I need to ask you a few questions. You were working late last night, correct?
Sure thing, Mr. Perez. I left around 10.
Did you notice anything else?
Hey, maintenance have a look at the deposit box room camera.
How are you today, sir?
Perez brought someone down.
Oh yeah, I think we also got a tease of the Harbingers gathering. So, you know, expect some interesting story developments with them, considering the Traveler will be making the his or her next stop there.
Well, I guess if we need him, we'll just break one of the cameras.
Up.
I'm sure they'll be friendly. Like literally, they showed a teaser of the cutscene that will play. Of not everybody was in the same room, but most of them were. And despite Sandrone being rebuilt, I guess that does clear the speculation that she probably does still retain her memories.
Syndicate member eliminated. Well done, 47.
Oh dear. You know, actually, that scene with most of the Harbingers gathering in that one room kind of reminds me of Organization 13. And just like Organization 13, the members are collapsing. But look, it's not the Traveler's fault entirely, okay? Signora made a big mistake gambling her life. Remember what the gamble was? Whoever between the Traveler or Signora loses in a combat, Raiden Shogun gets to freely execute the loser. The captain had an objective of his own sort of reason. Wait. He had his own goal and Natlan. And Scaramouche was never part of the Harbingers, remember that. He was just used as an experiment by the Doctor. And the Doctor, while he had a similar script like the Captain, he had his own motives. But clearly, as you already know, the Doctor's motives was not benefiting anybody. He simply had his own goal.
Yeah, poor guy.
And Archelino had already reported to His Royal Highness about the situation. So clearly the Doctor, his death is nothing but, well, it was practically nothing to her, other than treason, I guess. Well, again, not that it matters. So you could imagine who's next. Who's the next Harbinger that may or may not turn their back against the whole group.
Excellent work, 47. You've spread fear within the Syndicate.
Man, got someone on the ground.
I'm not jealous. I just think he's a dick.
And the pyro chest piece is still missing from our encounter with the doctor. Oh, actually, okay, funny thing, I haven't even started that. I haven't even started the latest story yet, but I have seen the ending. And it has something to do with that chess piece. But I'm not going to say it. If you haven't finished that story, haven't seen the ending, I'm not going to say it. What happened?
How could she do this?
How could she do this?
Fired?
Catch!
You gotta be kidding!
Oh, whoops.
Hey, we need some help here.
Oh, he's right there. Or she's right there. Strike 3, you're out!
Syndicate member eliminated.
Holy smokes.
Return to the
She went
surface.
flying.
Collect yourself.
Hey, yeah, don't worry. I'm not going to say the spoilers. Like I said, I haven't even started. I've been too busy grinding. I was low on Mora. But yeah, I know. I gotta get that story done. And worse, on top of that, I know there is an event that just began. Another sort of like minigame event. More Primo Gems is nice, but ugh.
We have now tracked down the syndicate
I'm
leader's
just
location.
procrastinating by grinding here and there when I should have been finishing the story since day one. I just did that with ZZZ, but I can't do that with Genshin. I know. Something is wrong with my methods. You know, actually for the past 3 years with Genshin, I used to do that. As soon as an update went live, I would not immediately, but you know, uncover the map as much as I can and then finish the story. Like I would finish the latest story before the end of the week. Now I don't know what's happening to me. The story. I could finish the story like probably even before Sunday. Hat, gray hair. Actually, hold on. But yeah, no. At least it's no rush. Story mode, Primo Gem rewards are permanent, unless otherwise, you know, there's like something on the side that tells you you gotta do this and that before it expires. Oh yeah, in fact, I did that with one 5-star character story. Like I only got the story awards, but there was an event where, like, if you finish the story, you get that 5-star character's materials and an additional 60 Primo Gems. I forgot what character it was, who it was, but yeah. Oh, it was Varka, now I remember. Yeah, I know. Big whoops on my end. And I was even counting the days, and yet I still screwed up and missed it. And now, right as of now, I got like 2 weeks. Still technically no rush. Nope, that's not my guy. But yes, I'll get to it. I'll finish it before the second week. Oh wait. That's not the room I usually put the bodies. So the gaming industry for both Sony and Microsoft had quite the field day these past few days, and I'm sure you heard of it. First, or it doesn't matter who did it first, but yeah, both Microsoft and Sony have done some massive exodus. Or, in a simple way of putting it, they have conducted a bunch of layoffs. They hit the big reset button. And yeah, a lot of people have lost their jobs. Except for one dev that most people are saying rightfully deserves to be closed down. Some dev team that made that game called Midnight Sun. No, sorry. No, not Midnight Suns. Song of Midnight or something like that. Yeah, the studio that made that game got canned. They have officially got shut down. But yeah, nothing of value was lost. They made a game that was not meant for the target audience. That's why they closed down. And Sony. Oh boy. I mean, we already knew that Sony was having a field day with Bungie. You know, how they had to cancel Destiny 2's expansions and basically told them to, focus on Marathon. But recent reports show that Marathon has been stumbling so badly, Sony executives actually got pissed at Bungie for failing to make Marathon good. Yeah, and thus, Sony had to lay off 50% of Bungie's employees. And apparently, the word is Sony executives did that out of quote unquote revenge. Yeah, what kind of revenge? Again, they were told to make Marathon a good game that should have attracted millions of people. Basically, migrate Destiny fans to Marathon fans. That was pretty much their vision, their objective. And because Bungie had burned Sony's money to develop it, to develop Marathon, which was like over 200 million. Sony executives were like, again, pissed and decided Bungie failed them. They burned money that they offered them, and now Sony, again, they exacted their revenge by laying off Bungie employees. That's not the target either. So yeah, I guess even Sony had to. They pressed their reset button as well, but not in a good way, compared to Microsoft. Where Microsoft's layoffs and shutdowns of companies, some companies that clearly didn't meet the exact quota, but Bungie, as everybody knows, Bungie is a long time running company. So obviously this feels more of a bigger deal than what Microsoft had done to their companies. blame Sony for acting. Yeah, clearly, yeah. No, it's obvious that Sony is at fault for pretty much doing what they did to Bungie. In fact, what's really, I want to say ironic, but maybe that's not the proper word for it. So, I say it's ironic because Marathon, in a way, was supposed to be like the next live service game, right? And as you know, Sony had been trying to push the live games as a service thing, and here we are. Sony realized, yeah, games as a service isn't working. They practically enforced many of the companies that they owned, in this case Bungie. It's like they told them to make a good games as a service game, and Sony wanted to push that as their biggest agenda because they thought that was like the easiest market to make. And what's really sad is they already had one that was doing well. It was Destiny 2. But because Marathon was the latest game from Bungie, yes, the idea was to prioritize that.
Excellent work, 47. The leader has been eliminated.
And yeah, clearly that did not sit. That the end result of Marathon did not sit well. So Sony basically got mad at Bungie for making a live service game that failed. Now, if Marathon wasn't a live service game, would it succeed? In this industry, no. Unless you're an indie dev that has a passion for making good games for the fans, for the gamers, right? Then yeah. But yeah, still, the fingers are all pointed at Sony. They made all the wrong moves. They made all the wrong shots. And now, with this layoff, basically, apparently their next plan is try to tone down on games as a service, which, yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. And with the big reset happening for them, they want to make future games not so heavy budget. I mean, after laying off people, I guess that would be the case. And yes, Microsoft is also trying to do the same, with a bunch of studios being shut down.
Well done, 47. This will make anyone think twice before
Yeah,
spending.
they wanna try to make slightly less budget games now. But what's even worse is that Microsoft isn't even done shutting down studios. Apparently, there's more companies ready to be placed on the cutting board. And one of them, from what I've heard, ZeniMax, the parent company of Bethesda, might be next to be, I wouldn't say shut down, but basically Microsoft might actually temporarily pull the plug on Bethesda. Or ZeniMax. ZeniMax is the parent company. And apparently there is currently some gambles happening within Microsoft. So the good news is that Toys for Bob, since it was revealed that after the new Spyro game announcement, I think I said this before, but a Toys for Bob representatives gave a shout out saying that, they were so glad that they got getting out of Call of Duty projects, and that they even admitted that when they were transferred to make Call of Duty projects, they didn't felt like they were where they should be, and that, you know, shooters was not their go-to, and that they were glad that they managed to finally make a game that they're best known for. So the good news is that Toys for Bob is not among the studios getting placed in the Microsoft cutting board. So they're fine. But as for everybody else, like I said, ZeniMax, Bethesda, maybe even Obsidian, because apparently Outer Worlds 2 didn't really sell well. And I guess maybe even Activision is next in line because, yeah, some people are not thrilled about Modern Warfare 4. So Microsoft is looking for which studio is worth pulling the plug to save their own money. Halo Studios, if Campaign Evolved doesn't do well, Halo Studios might be next in line. Microsoft might actually shut down Halo Studios. Again, only if the Halo remake doesn't do well. Oh, actually, now I remember who Microsoft recently tried to shut down. Ninja Theory. Actually, I think they already ditched or announced their closure, soon-to-be closure. Yeah. Isn't it crazy? Like, they just announced a new Hellblade Suna game, right? But then literally a week later, Microsoft announced that they are planning to close Ninja Theory. So by the time that the new Hellblade game comes out, depending on how well the game does, how much it sells, yeah, Ninja Theory could actually go out of business. They might get shut down. Now, that's pretty crazy, isn't it? It's a mass exodus happening left and right. It's happening to Sony. It's happening to Microsoft. Oh, but excuse me, I forgot. So there is a bit of what's the word that I'm thinking of? There's a bit of an ultimatum right now for the companies working under Microsoft. Specifically, companies that used to be independent. So companies like ZeniMax, I think ZeniMax is one of them. ZeniMax, Obsidian, they have an ultimatum. Either stick around with Microsoft and hope that whatever game they pump out next sells well, otherwise they get shut down. Or if they have enough money, they can bail and no longer be part of Microsoft. So, I mean, I can't call that an ultimatum. It's a gamble. Like, these studios that used to be, independent and, they were good at making games, and then suddenly they get bought off by big corporates like Sony and Microsoft. Yeah, now they're in a phase of they're just now realizing that working for a corporate, it was never a good idea. And I think that should have been obvious. Remember Rare when Microsoft bought them? That's exactly what's happening now. When a big corporate like Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft decides to buy a small independent studio, there's always going to be big changes. This is why, and people should have realized this. Like, history is happening. People should have learned from history. When Rare was bought by Microsoft, more than half of the old staff of Rare, they saw the red flags and they left. And where are they now? Well, decades after that purchase, they developed, they made a new studio of themselves, which is Playtonic. And yeah, they made Yooka-Laylee. And look, they even hiddenly announced that they're making a Super Yooka-Laylee cart. Yeah, apparently that they never showed a trailer, but they're working on it. It's an actual game. Some people were invited to play their latest Yooka-Laylee game. Yeah, and Playtonic are made up of former old Rareware staff. And what does that tell you? It tells you that when Rare was bought by Microsoft, they knew, the old staff knew, shit, we got to get out of here. We do not want to be part of this because we know what's going to happen. Changes. Bad ones. Because at the time, and even to this day, Microsoft has always been the company that was hard to negotiate. In fact, but the old Bungie, when they were making Halo 1, and remember when Halo 1 was at first an Apple exclusive, and then Microsoft would later pick them up, which was a lifesaver and a game changer because, you know, if Microsoft wanted to kick off the Xbox debut, they needed a good launch title, which was Halo. However, before development of Halo 2, there was some heat between Bungie and Microsoft. Microsoft clearly wanted Halo 2 to be a thing, and Bungie knew this. But there were some complications, compromise, but basically Microsoft was trying to crunch them, like, you know, get the sequel out and going. But Bungie, the old Bungie was like, yeah, no, this is corporate speak. We're out of here. We don't want to be peer pressured by rich, spoiled people. And then Microsoft had to do a 180 and be like, okay, we're sorry, Bungie, please come back. We'll be fair with you. Just please give us Halo 2. And yeah, again, that's like another sign of what happens when you try to make deals with corporates. They're not easy to please. They're not easy to cooperate. And yeah, they're not very negotiable. After the pandemic, studios barely had enough money from the bid war. I mean, pandemic happened. Nothing they could do about it other than, you know, try to make games at home to the best of their abilities. And once again, when you look at a couple of games that had struggled during the pandemic, like Cyberpunk, you know what it is that forced CD Projekt Red to push out the game? It was peer pressure, because CD Projekt Red had investors to impress, and out of desperation, they had to release the game in whatever state. And as you already know the story of Cyberpunk when it came out, on consoles it was bad, especially on PS5. Fortunately, refunds was a thing. Now for PC users, it was somewhat stable, but you had to have like a good computer to run it. But even with a good computer, good graphics card, there were still a lot of bugs. And then, you know, CD Projekt Red had to take the biggest gut punch or two for that. And they admitted that, yes, they rushed it out and they were peer pressured by higher-ups. But fortunately, hey, they didn't give up on the game. As the world was slowly healing back to normal, CD Projekt Red had also tried to repair a world that they created. And yeah, Cyberpunk 2077 became is now a great game. It did so well. Hey, at least we got an anime out of it. And a collaboration with Wuthering Waves. And yeah, so forth. So, yeah. Sony had an episode with only one studio, Bungie, but it's a big one. Microsoft, on the other hand, they're taking out the chopping board and they are picking out which studio is worth that may get axed. And yeah, something tells me Halo Studios is gonna be among them.
Thanks. You're a sweetheart. I'm just so exhausted. Need to pick me up. Oh, you! Hey!
Hello, Mustachio. Time to die.
Oh shit!
Well done, 47. This will surely be a blow to the syndicate.
Surprise! Uh-oh. Sody Pop!
God damn it! That's gonna leave a mark!
Hey, wake up.
Move to better position! Force him out of cover!
Well, here's hoping, really, that not too many companies get axed. If anything, rather than escaping the chopping board, I hope that those studios actually somehow, some way buy back their company, so that way they can go back to being independent companies and no longer be under Microsoft's clutches. And I wish the same could be said about Bungie. Bungie really needs to, all of this could have been avoided if Bungie just simply said, no, we do not want to be acquired by you, Sony. And you have to remember, this, if you can imagine some big executive head from Bungie was probably in a meeting with Sony at a bar and, was probably told, hey, Bungie, we would like to buy you. But just to convince you, here's a bunch of money in this briefcase. And we promise you, we will take good care of you. And it wasn't that last bit that... It's not that last bit that got Bungie. It was the money. The money that Bungie saw, how much it was gonna cost to be acquired by Sony. Yeah, they took it. I mean, just imagine Activision as well. Activision being the biggest publishers in the gaming industry, getting bought off by Microsoft. Can you imagine being that one person in that table, Microsoft handing you this big ass brief or check? What was it? $6.9 billion? And to a publishing company like Activision, how could you... They couldn't say no to that. But I guess when you look at it today, in hindsight, really, Bungie should have just said, no, we rather stay independent. We rather continue being third party. And Activision, yeah, they should have also been independent. And now that's pretty much what most companies are now realizing. they set themselves up for this, to this. Obsidian. Remember, okay, that the saddest thing about Obsidian Entertainment, they were the company that rivaled against Bethesda. At first, yes, they were working with Bethesda, you know, games like Fallout New Vegas. And then, what was it? Remember when Starfield was announced? But then people had doubts. And then what did Obsidian do? They made their own space sci-fi Fallout successor, which was Outer Worlds. And Outer Worlds did better than Starfield. And yeah, but Obsidian also had what's that game? Grounded. But it was that game that was that basically, to me at least, it was a red flag. Like Microsoft, that game Grounded was an Obsidian made game, but it was gonna be, I think it was like published by Microsoft, and basically Obsidian ended up going full circle. They tried to best Bethesda, ZeniMax, basically become their rivals. They outwitted them with Outer Worlds, and now they ended up working with them, or at least be part of that Microsoft circle. It's like inviting that school bully that you hated so much. You try to get away from him or her, and just when things were going so well, somehow somebody, what is it? Oh, what a silly scenario. You end up going to a dream job, but then your school bully is there too, ready to work with you. Now, how do you think that kind of experience is going to turn out? Well, as you can see, not so great. I mean, Bethesda didn't do anything with Obsidian, but basically working under Microsoft wasn't really the best course. Yes, their game was still multi-platform, but they should have like again stayed as independent.
Currently in operation here, but you know what to do. But watch your step. They're on high alert.
Oh dear.
It's going to be easy. Be careful, 47. And most of all, good luck.
What are you doing?
In fact, in fact, remember IO Interactive when they used to be under Square Enix? Yeah. At least IO Interactive was smart enough to get away from Square Enix's clutches. Oh, wait. I should have done that. IO Interactive, once upon a time, you know, they had Hitman. And then they were going to, it wasn't a reboot, but yeah, they decided to release the game in a episodic style. And it was published by Square Enix. Things were okay from there. But by the time Hitman 2 was in development, people started to notice some changes. Such as how Hitman 2's cutscenes was reduced to still images with slightly less animation. Whereas the first game had everything was all CGI cutscenes. So then, you know, what the hell happened? How did the presentation of Hitman 2, you know, Hitman game went from brilliant CGI to still images? I mean, the game overall was still good. The locations that you get to do, you go to, were pretty much big. Run, 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 run. Dang, them sirens are loud. Anyways, where was I? So yeah, how did that happen? How did Hitman 2 ended up being so low, poorly budget? Simple. Square Enix took their budget. And when IO Interactive, clearly, you know, they could not take the heat and realized if they were to work under Square Enix any longer, they would be in the chopping board ready to be closed. And IO Interactive had a long history. They made some old games back then. Some games that I think you may have heard of. Oh shoot. I just try to get any disguises. And then yeah, when Hitman 3 was revealed, it was also revealed that the game was no longer going to be published by Square Enix. IO Interactive decided to self-publish Hitman 3 and develop it with their own pocket money. And after that, just think about it. IO Interactive managed to escape certain death from a company that didn't understand the Western culture, clearly. And yeah, Hitman managed to survive without some higher-ups that didn't understand how to handle Western culture companies. Years later, we got, what was it? 007. Although 007, as you may have noticed, 007 First Light, while it is corely developed by IO Interactive, it is also in cooperation with what was it? Amazon Games. Fortunately, fortunately, Amazon Games really didn't have any sort of significant impact. I don't know what was their involvement. Okay, screw it. I'm gonna have to go around. So yeah, what does that tell you? Or what's the messaging there? When companies start to see the red flags, you better start planning your escape route, because big corporate companies and publishing companies, they might, well, first of all, they're going to make changes out of you. At first they'll say, "Oh, don't worry, they're good changes." But trust me, they're not good changes. Oh, whoops. Hold on. And then when those changes starts to destroy the foundation of your own company, then yeah, that's when you better start plotting your escape route. I mean, depending on how it goes, sometimes it might work out. But you know, nowadays. But yeah, nowadays, nah. Some corporates these days, they just don't understand what it means to make a success, to keep the franchise that they bought successful. You know why? Because they always prioritize money over quality and creativity. They just want the product out and ready to go. Doesn't matter what state it's in, because you can just fix it with a patch. Okay, that's it. No more Mr. Nice Guy.
What? Requesting backup. Where the hell did he go?
Uh-oh, here we go. Bring it on. There is a couple of indie games out there that have still remained as indie, such as Inti Creates. I would honestly hate it if Inti Creates was bought off by Capcom.
Possible situation over here.
And yeah, Inti Creates did have a history with Capcom, such as how Inti Creates actually did help co-develop, I think one of the Mega Man Zero games, and then they were in charge of developing Mega Man 9 and 10. After that, pretty much Inti Creates was, you know, they decided to set off on creating their own IPs, such as, well, actually, it's not just, it's not exactly their IP. It was Keiji Inafune. Well, remember when he said Mighty Number 9 had a future and Gunvolt didn't? Quite the opposite effect, really. Well, at least Keiji Inafune came out with at least one thing successful after leaving Capcom. Does he have a gun out? Yeah. Come out, unless you want me to. Uh-oh. Who else is in the company that is doing so well? Oh, hello. I guess I can. I guess I'll count Night Dive Studios. While they don't have an IP of their own, they are pretty good at remastering a couple of games, actually. Ooh, I got him. I was somewhat certain that I might have shot the guy in the bandages. Oh, Yacht Games. Yeah, Yacht Games has been doing well pretty as well. What started as a Kickstarter game, Shovel Knight. Look what happened. Shovel Knight expanded pretty well. And it's a good thing that companies like Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft didn't look at them and say, "Oh, they are worth absorbing." At this point, really, nobody. I think all these indie studios, they definitely don't want to be purchased by any of those three big heads. especially after today. Everybody witnessing Bungie's biggest downfall, and Microsoft laying off, closing down studios, and ready to shut down more. Should pretty much speak volume on that. It's like, yeah, we're not gonna take their paychecks, no matter how grand the numbers are.
Safe journey, 47.
As far as I know, at least, Nintendo, while Microsoft and Sony were like buying studios here and there, Nintendo wasn't really doing that, were they?
Creek. Intel tells us that there are syndicate members in the area. I trust that you can find them and eliminate them.
Right?
However, they're on high alert, so you need to be
Yeah, no, I don't think they did.
Godspeed, 47.
Hey, you guys haven't been poking around the frog habitat behind the house, have you?
No.
Guards!
Excellent work.
It was a ghost.
You've spread fear within the syndicate.
Lord, are you okay there? Hello?
Oh my god! Is there anyone who can help? Please! Hey, wake up! Are we in danger?
What's going on here? What happened?
Anyways, let's change up something that's positive now, shall we? Let's see. What was it? There was at least something that I was gonna. Oh yes, Dead or Alive 6 last round is just around the corner. Okay, well I said let's move on to something positive and good stuff, but I guess this one should be considered a mixed bag, because Dead or Alive 6 last round is coming up soon. I do need to share my oh jeez. I do need to share my concerns. There's no branch in the way, right? Nope.
Well done, 47. This will surely be a blow to the syndicate.
Smoking kills you, ma'am. But don't worry, I'll do you a favor.
Syndicate member eliminated. Well done, 47.
Alright, gotta run. They're gonna come here.
I'll contact you.
They're gonna know. Anyways, yeah, my concerns are somewhat growing, but I am still planning on getting it. One of the downsides right now is that I heard that Team Ninja is going to delist the original Dead or Alive 6 off of Steam. For other platforms, they didn't say if they were going to delist them, but it shouldn't be a shocker if they do the same on PlayStation Store and Microsoft Store. Which makes sense because, last round's supposed to be, the updated version, the better version, but that remains to be seen, because just because it's a port on the next gen console, you should possibly expect a bug or two and performance issues. Especially the fact that the game's going to be digital only. I was hoping that it was going to also have a physical release, because I would totally buy a physical copy. But no, it's just straight up all digital. Maybe if you live in Japan, maybe they might have both options. Anyways, yeah. So there hasn't been any sort of like new fresh info on Dead or Alive 6 last round. That's where my concerns are, because the only thing they told us what's new is better lighting and photo mode, and that's it. What I need personally, this is just obviously a personal take, I just want to know who are the new characters, because they said there's more, but They could have at least, you know, give us like a hint, a teaser. Now keep in mind they said more characters, not new, more. There's a difference, people, because if they said it was new characters, then obviously that would imply new characters would show up in Dead or Alive 6. But by saying more, it that goes two ways. That's like saying there will be like, yeah, more characters. It could be new. It could be even returning characters. And that's part of my concerns. It's like, you know, am I gonna see Dead or Alive 6 pull the same stunt as Tekken did and Street Fighter, where returning characters are paid DLC characters when they should have been in the base game? Yes, that same excuse problem that I have with fighting games today. Like, no, think about it. Games like like Guilty Gear Strive, where, what's her name? Dizzy? She was pretty much a staple character in most of the Guilty Gear staples. Akuma is a long-running staple Street Fighter character. And then suddenly, in this day and age, with DLC, returning characters are now not part of the base roster, but rather are now being sold as paid DLC. And yes, Dead or Alive 6 did do that. The original Dead or Alive 6. Neo Tengu, Rachel, Momiji, Phase 4, they were characters that technically, no, they weren't DLC. You just had to like buy the game twice or 3 times depending. Like Rachel was exclusive on Dead or Alive 5 Plus on the Vita. Momiji was an Ultimate. Yeah, no, it was Phase 4, Neo Tengu, Mari Rose, No. Neo Tengu technically is based off of the Tengu character from Dead or Alive 3. Phase 4 is basically an alternate Kazumi, but you had to pay to get her. But in Dead or Alive 6, yeah, most of those characters, you had to like buy them again. Well, Phase 4 and Neo Tengu. But at least Neo Tengu in 5 was a fresh new character. But, okay, you get the point. I just hate the idea of fighting game developers selling old fighters as DLC. Because can you imagine the next Smash Brothers game where obviously most of the roster is cut? Oh, shoot, my bad. But if you think that's bad, imagine if they took Captain Falcon and Luigi and turned them into DLC characters. Would you be okay with that? How would you feel about that? Can you imagine longtime Smash Brothers fans, which is pretty much almost everybody in the world, you know how much pain and anger they would feel if they saw that? In fact, yeah, it wouldn't even make sense whatsoever to do that. And clearly that would fall in line as the definition of capitalism.
Excellent work, Mr. Seven. You've spread fear within the syndicate. You should get back to the safe house. I'll contact you later.
Oh. I thought someone shot a gun. I want my money, man. You know, I think the game also needs some new stages. That's something else that the game needs. In fact, Dead or Alive 6, I feel like there aren't that many stages. They do have some, at least some of the stages do have some unique transitions. But I'd still say 5 takes the cake for a lot of stages with interesting transitions. You know what? At this point, I think Team Ninja is just going to reveal who the tease who the next character, the new return, whoever the characters are coming to Dead or Alive 6 last round. Like, after the release. And you know why? It's a bait. It's a bait, and it's a bait strategy. Like, first people will buy the game, and then when the DLC is announced or revealed, then people will either have reactions, like they're gonna be good, relieved that they bought last round because the new characters, the DLC characters are characters they're looking forward to, or it's gonna be characters that they don't want, and then they're gonna regret buying it. But that's my guess. We've been through this song and dance, but it's really, I feel like some people have to pick a poison here. Excuse me, would they rather have a DLC season pass announced before the release of a game or after? I've seen and heard like some people have mixed opinions about that. Some people do prefer DLCs to be announced after the game comes out. And then there are some folks who question, like, why are companies announcing DLC expansions before release? Like Pokemon, for example. Like the Pokemon Mega Dimension DLC thing for Legend ZA. Some people just actually didn't like that idea. And then when you look at fighting games where they announce their season pass before or even after, whichever one, like Marvel Tokon. But I think Marvel Tokon, to be fair, was kind of predictable that they were going to have a season pass anyways. But they announced it beforehand, and people were fine with that. I mean, I guess it depends on the game, depends on the community. If you ask me, I don't mind either way. Although, realistically, like if I had to pick... Well, actually it really depends on the context. Like Marvel Tokon, like I said, the season pass was inevitable, obvious. We knew it was going to happen one way or another. Breath of the Wild actually had their DLC announced after the game came out. Like that kind of stunt, I don't mind. It's like that kind of thing would give me a reaction of like, oh, the Breath of the Wild getting DLC. Yes, please, because I want more out of the game. Actually, now that I say that out loud, yeah, it actually does make sense to feel more excited of an expansion announcement after the game comes out. Because if you enjoy what you like, and then you get told that, and then you get an announcement saying like the game's gonna have an expansion, then yeah, that's a good sign. That means like, oh, good, because I already like the game and I want more of it.
My boss was like, not even the bodyguards come through here, so I'm really sorry, buddy.
Yeah, you can't be here.
Shut up.
Whoa, whoa! Meant to hit the head.
got someone on the ground. Killer has to be nearby.
Excellent work, 47. You've spread fear within the syndicate.
Everything is under control. Please report anything out of the ordinary to us. Corridor clear. Relocated.
Uh-oh. It's okay, everybody. The situation is under control.
Why would you knock anyone out like that?
You didn't see anything.
Well done, 47. This will surely be a blow to the syndicate.
Oh, so everybody went back to their seats.
Oh God, this is so. Don't think. Just
Hurry up, you got 1 minute before I shoot you in the head. I mean, I'm gonna shoot you anyways, but yeah. Hurry it up. Announce DLC before or after. Depends on the context. Fighting games. Well, with fighting games, you always anticipate it when it happens.
Hey, who the hell are you?
Don't mind me.
say what?
Syndicate member eliminated.
Don't come in! I'm naked!
Get back to the safe house.
I mean, I'm changing. Actually, like DNF Duel, despite how underrated the game is, which is sad, it's a pretty fun game. At least when they announced that game was gonna have a character pass. Yeah, I had the same reaction as Breath of the Wild. Like, oh good, more characters for me to experiment and, more ways to have fun, more opponents to fight and such. Just a shame that it couldn't go anywhere further than that.
Secret exchange of civilian, very cloaked dagger. Who's the contact again? Max Decker of the Russian FSB.
I'm out of here. It's still crazy, really, when that Tifa is gonna be in Street Fighter. Back then for us, we would have some crazy imaginative thoughts, thinking stuff like that when we were teenagers, maybe younger than that. We would tell ourselves, wouldn't it be cool if Mario fought Sonic in Smash Brothers? Wouldn't it be cool if Tifa got to fight Chun-Li? And here we are, in our adult life, young adult life, we actually get to see that fiction, that dream, become a reality. At least it's all for the good reasons between the two companies. Especially for Square. Because clearly this stunt of adding Tifa in Street Fighter is just a marketing tactic, if you think about it. It's not just fan service, which I don't mind. It's a good thing. In fact, no. It's the greatest thing for Street Fighter to have. But it also serves as a marketing tactic. Because Final Fantasy Revelations is in development, comes out next year. how else can you spread the good word and faith of Final Fantasy VII? Spread Final Fantasy characters in various video games. And I guess if you want to count Sephiroth being in Smash Bros. Ultimate, yeah, I guess that kind of counts. At the time when Rebirth was in development. Alright, hand over brown hair, hat, glasses. Oh, do I have enough points to carry Breach? Yes, I do. I guess this is probably why World Tour Capcom decided to just stop giving support on Street Fighter World Tour. Because the Season 4 characters, aside of Tifa, they're characters that are part of World Tour, aren't they?
Welcome to Miami. This is the last stand. We now know the leader's location.
Excuse me. Or maybe they heard from a lot of their community that people were getting sick and tired of how Capcom's been showering the Avatar character getting tons and tons of costumes when it should have been, that should have been given to only the main roster. So Capcom probably realized, okay, no more love for the World Tour Avatar characters. Let's just focus on just the base game. The real deal of Street Fighter. You don't play Street Fighter for some story mode. You play it for arcade mode and especially online competitive play. Or even casual.
What is this? Who are you?
Not the man I'm looking for. Oh well. I'll gather your friends and knock their lights out too. So, yeah. I say it's a good call. That's like, yeah, story mode and everything. That's still, those are just extras. It's kind of like the same vein with Dead or Alive 6. Last round. What's last round supposed to be about? Well, story mode is there, but it's not. The last round is not going to expand on that. We're already way past that. We're now. This is now the phase of just focus on adding characters so that people can lab characters, play Dead or Alive 6 competitively with those new characters, because that's what you do in a fighting game anyways, right? It's like playing the latest track in Mario Kart when it comes out, like a new circuit Mario Kart World doesn't have any new circuits, but you know what does? Or soon will have more courses? Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. It's like, yeah, when a new character and a new track is released, you come back to the game, play some more, and whether you're just coming back or you're still playing the game, at least you're given a reason why you're still playing Sonic Racing Cross World. Because the new content and the game itself is fun. And you want more of it. And thank goodness Sonic Racing Cross World is adding more stuff. And you know how since the return of Crazy Taxi, I don't think it'll be out of the question that Crazy Taxi will be included in Sonic Racing. They did it with Transformed, right? So I think history will repeat itself. No, this should be okay. Also, where is the thing? Oh, it's in the garage. Jaws took your life. Now swim with the fishies. Ugh, about time he showed up. I just needed you out of the picture, that's all. And if you have an assassin with you, well, hey, good news. You're retired!
Hey.
Actually, no, I'm just gonna leave him there. Oof. He's gonna feel that in the morning when he wakes up. Well, that's just one group. Next, what time is it now? Oh, 10, almost 10:30. Well, actually a good time. Once I finish this, then we should call it a night. Uh-oh. Who spotted that? His twin. Uh-oh. I can't have that.
Anybody copy?
Oh shoot, headshot. Honestly, I kind of expected another assassin to pass by, but I didn't want to say it. You didn't have to say it, but if you were thinking it, it's bound to happen. You know, actually, as a matter of fact, when as I was playing through the first chapter of season 3 in ZZZ, I literally had a deja vu feeling. Like, I literally had a dream playing season 3 with the exact same scene, same exact enemy. Like, another case of me having dreams where I somehow end up being in that exact moment in real life. Okay, this could be my guy, because I know this character model has glasses, brown hair, hat, but I need to know if you are my guy. What is it? Bookworm and dehydrated. So he has to drink or read a book. If he doesn't do either one of them, then it's not him.
What? No, you can't fool around with that. We didn't get the replacement pressure valve, so I literally duct taped everything together just now. You could fry everyone on stage if the pressure gets too high.
I could snipe him from a distance from there, but that would freak out the entire scene. Because if it ends up not being this guy,
First day, huh? Don't worry.
then that's bad. That spells bad news. The lookouts will be alerted, and then the lookouts will be like, "Hail, Bloody Mary! Bald man inbound somewhere. Run, run!" And yeah, I don't want that.
Nice day for it, isn't it?
Are you gonna read a book? Okay, he's got one trait. Should I take the shot? I'm gonna do it, actually. Actually, no, wait. Maybe first I'll freak out. Let's see. How will you react?
Help! Help!
The leader is eliminated. Well done, 47. You should get back.
How did that lady see me?
I'll contact you.
Anyways, I gotta get out of here.
Hey, great, huh? What?
I had a good itching feeling that it was gonna be him, but at the same time, it was like 30% chance that it could not be him. I'll take my chances.
Okay, that's one intense look at that one. It's like a big guy. Just feel the tension in the air. Now this is a good one. Don't forget, the secret of endurance race today is to keep that car going until the end. This race is not over until the clock ticks down.
Just need to open the safe and get the beep out of here. Who are you? A lookout. So you deserve to die. Mind your own business, Luigi. I killed Mario. Oh shoot. It wasn't me.
Jesus! Come on!
All right, time to get out.
Don't forget, the secret of endurance racing is to keep that car going until the end. This race is
Oh yeah, the Steam Next Fest is happening right now until Monday. So a couple of, no, I shouldn't say couple. Bunch of games now have some demos you can try out. A lot of indies, and I think a few well-known names, I want to say. I do like Steam Next Fest. You get to try out some free demos, games that are either coming out soon or even next year. So it's like, you know, if you have the space, and of course if your PC can handle it, then yeah, you're free to try out those demos and see if the game is to your liking. I say Steam Next Fest is really a good way for independent game developers to showcase what they have made. It's like a show and tell for game developers, young and old.
This is a major blow and a clear signal that no is safe. So take some time off. You deserve it. Let me know when you're ready for your next assignment.
All right. Another successful run. And thus we shall end it right here. I don't know if I'll be able to stream tomorrow, but if I have time, then maybe I will. Just another casual stream. Yeah, I think that'll just be it. And then for future forecasts of streams, or just one, let's see, yes, we have Dead or Alive 6 last round, releasing Thursday, I believe. Thursday is the 25th. Yes. Or unless they do like a midnight launch, which in this case would be like exactly midnight of the 25th. There's that. I think there was like some other major releases coming out as well at the end of June, or this coming week and the week after. Right? All right, Star Fox. Star Fox also comes out on the same day, and at the very least, Star Fox remake isn't at full price, so you know that's somewhat of a good deal. Somewhat. Same thing with Dead or Alive 6, but although between the two, Dead or Alive 6 is like $10 less than Star Fox remake. Unless you have to double dip, unless you're planning to double dip for the Mai and Kula DLC, which in this case, it's gonna be more than Star Fox then. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't know what other major releases are coming out after that. Just looking through. Suddenly my YouTube algorithm is giving me 1 hour length of Half-Life ambient music. I only watched one video and then it started showering me with 10 different ones. All right. Digital, right. The Amazing Digital Circus officially uploaded the final episode on YouTube. So if you didn't get to see it in the big screen, well, hey, at least now you can watch it for free. And yeah, I give big props, big kudos to Glitch Productions for pulling through to the very end. Despite all those stupid negative criticisms that they had, just, you know, not haters, but just people, you know, criticizing, oh, Jax deserves better or whatever, oh, Pommy, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you know, just the typical, like, you know, when somebody watches a romance sitcom or something and then their favorite character dies, and of course, you know how it is, people just complain to the story writers and such, the creators. But yeah, they pull through to the very end. It made quite the headline. It made quite the impact, really, for the entertainment industry. Something that Hollywood just can't nail these days. Huh? Wow. They're already doing it? She's already gonna be a playable character? I would thought they were gonna save her like halfway through the season. So apparently ZZZ, and this is not a spoiler because it's already made public 30 minutes ago. In the next update, that the first generation Void Hunter Ramil Dan, you know, the pink hair angel lady, she's already going to be playable. Huh. Yeah, really, I was kind of expecting her to be, I don't know, in 3.4 or 3.3 or something, but okay, I guess she just already dropped it in. Oh, and it's already stated here that she will be either anomaly character. Probably not the kind of anomaly character that you would expect. You know, kind of like how Miyabi is an anomaly, but she's more attack focus. But okay. I can imagine already people are going to be skipping Norma then. Oh no, poor Norma. It's like, you want a fire stun character? We already have one since season 1. And yeah, the story mode does allow you to play as Norma. Yeah, she's a little different. She has like a off-field passive ability, shooting bang boom missiles on the side. But yeah, I think that's not going to be enough to convince people to gotcha for her. Oh yeah, no, poor Norma is going to be skipped by a lot of people. Hoyoverse basically self-sabotaged. If they were thinking that they were going to make some buck with microtransactions of 2 S-rank characters, oh no, now they could have gone for 3, but no. It's just gonna be 1. Oh well, that's on them. Anything else? Any other surprises? Nope. I think that's all. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, if I have time to stream tomorrow, then yeah, maybe I will. Just another chill stream. That's all. More yapping. Alright, so with that, I will then see you guys in the next stream. You folks have a good day and a good night. See you, folks.